general concern of a lot of parents, family members about what their children or their child is eating and to what extent they are meeting their nutritional goals. And even if their child is eating well enough at all, is a question I get quite often. It's important to note that for children, their eating habits is one that shouldn't be as difficult as it actually is. And what better way to talk about it than by listening to a registered dietitian and on Children's Day. Happy Children's Day to all the children. My name is Oghuan Unuigbe. I am a registered dietitian at the Duchess International Hospital. One thing I see a lot of time is for parents in a bid to compensate or in a bid to give a quick fix because of the busy schedules that a lot of people currently have is the introduction of junk food. Can be in drinks or in form of biscuits, sweets, or things like that. Now, in as much as that can give or help the child for the time being, you're not really building the right culture in the child. So in place of a fizzy drink, a carbonated drink, or whatever you may call it, how about you introduce fruit juices or smoothie? I know you think that your child will probably not like the taste of that cucumber or banana in his or her smoothie, but have you tried introducing some beetroot syrup, or some date syrup, or some date powder, or even a teaspoon of honey in that smoothie? You can even turn that into a popsicle container and have the child have it as a popsicle. You can have some yogurt in it and turn it into ice cream. You see, there are many ways to play around the fruits that we already have. It's okay, sometimes some children don't like to eat fruits like that. They wouldn't eat an apple, but they would have a smoothie, or they'll have a popsicle made from apples. And guess what? That's a brilliant way of introducing vegetables as well. Now imagine a smoothie with mango, pineapple, all the sweet fruits you could pick up, and some cucumbers and beetroot. That way you introduce things like iron, vitamin C, potassium, and the likes to the smoothie, and also included vegetables that the child would probably ordinarily not eat as a standalone element. Now let's leave the fruits and the snacks as snacks options and things like that. Let's go to the main meal. So, my child probably eats only one spoon and then runs around, so I probably have to force feed the child. Probably not. Now there has to be a different strategy for children like that. How about instead of sitting down to eat, I know it might sound funny, however you have this child stand. By stand I don't mean stand by the sink, but then you can also include things like high chairs. And if a child can have 1 spoon of rice or 2 spoons of rice and then would come back to have more, I think that's very commendable as opposed to not having any at all. Let's also be careful not to introduce things like instant noodles or things like that, because they taste better a lot of times because of the high sodium content, because of the saturated fat that will also be included as well. Let's have normal pasta. How about rice noodles, for instance? Those are better options. And guess what? You can also include your vegetables in that. Let me play with one common Nigerian food. Let's use moi moi, for instance. That is a plain canvas that you can build on and have fish in there, have eggs in it, have palm oil, and guess the amount of nutrients you're adding to that as well. Another common question I get a lot of times is, my child doesn't like water, he has to drink something very sweet. That's fine, you can get an infused bottle. So what an infused bottle is just a bottle that has a middle section or something in the middle where you can put fruits in it and then put it in a bottle of water and then put that in the fridge. By the time the water is ready to be taken, it would have the taste of the fruit in it and it wouldn't taste so bad anymore. The bone of contention here is that for children, you want to take baby steps. You want to take it one step at a time as opposed to crowding them with too many options as once. Another important thing that we have to do for our children that a lot of us don't do is including them in our daily activities. So when you take a walk, go with your child. That way you have imbibed the culture in the child where they are used to exercising, so that when they get older or as they grow older, they are used to that way of life and it's not difficult for them to snap into a healthy lifestyle. Thank you very much, and I hope you have an amazing Children's Day celebration. Bye.